Hey everybody, it's Rob DiNicola and welcome to my vlog. Um, Today I want to go over a subject that all of us in the medical and pharmaceutical sales field actually face, and that's actually promoting our product ethically and really asking for business. I think the hardest thing that a lot of us face here is actually just selling our product, asking for business, and why we are asking a provider to use one of our products or prescribe one of our products. I think for the most part, a lot of us in this field do the right thing, but in the past and still now, some don't. And for that, we, as a whole, I think, have a kind of negative reputation out there, especially in the public in some ways. There's been a lot of big stories out there of companies doing the wrong thing when it comes to promoting their products, trying to sway doctors to write or prescribe things that may or may not benefit patients. You've had cases way in the past like TAP Pharmaceuticals, which changed a lot of things that happened. You've had Purdue and the whole opioid issue that's come to light and the sales practices of those companies. And a lot of the providers that we talk to day in and day out and may look at us with a very weary eye, and that's a good thing. They should be skeptical. They shouldn't be easily swayed to do something, especially when it comes to the treatment of their patients. And I think we, as an entire group of medical and pharmaceutical sales companies and professionals, really need to look at putting the patient first. And what that means, I think, is that, we want to make sure that whatever we promote is patient centric. Whatever it is that we have in our bag is not for everybody, no matter how we may think so, or no matter how our marketing team may present something, with their nice glossy leave behinds and slim jims and talking points and word tracks that we work so much on. While we all should know the science behind our products, we need to really focus that down to the patients that would benefit most from what we provide. And you should think about selling as a pyramid, and the patient should always be first. So, with every sales organization I have been a part of, especially in a leadership position, it's really come down for me wanting my sales teams to put the patient first. So what's the benefit to the patient? It's the benefit of your product and how it will make your patient's life better, or the provider's patient's life better. What's that mean? Just really, how does a product solve a problem that a patient's dealing with, whether it's erectile dysfunction, high blood pressure, needing to have surgery? What key benefit does your product have? And that should always be what you're thinking on the forefront of your mind. The second point should always be, well, what's in it for the provider? How are you making the provider's life easy? Well, in many ways, if you are really offering a solution to a patient's problem, a patient's disease state, you're doing that. You also do that by being very transparent on what you're looking to do, what you're asking for, the information you present, by being very reputable and honest with your presentations and your product and managed care coverage and all of that stuff. If you can satisfy all of those needs for your providers that you're talking to, then hopefully you can satisfy what they need. Secondly, we should always think about the staff that works for these providers and deals with the patients. What's in it for them? How do you make their life easier? So if you have a product that has great insurance, that's great. If you have a product that works very well and a majority of the patients they deal with that have that disease state or problem, that's great. Are you a resource, not a nuisance? Anything that you can do to make their life easier, awesome. And we should always be presenting our products and services that way. And finally, it's all about the company and the company making money. we're not nonprofit. There's a lot of money that goes into development of drugs and surgeries and products and things like that. So we do need business. As unsavory as that sometimes seems, asking for business is important. But I think if you put it in that kind of sales pyramid of patient, provider, staff, and then the company, you'll always be in good shape. You may lose business, but you want to have the right business, not the wrong business. You want to go about getting business in the right way, and not just trying to carpet bomb and make every single patient fit into a square hole if you have a round peg product. And I think that's very important to always remember. So I'd be curious to see what others out there think of this model, if other companies do follow this. I can think of at least one company that I work for that did indeed follow this and kind of teach this to their sales force. I know for a fact since I taught it. So again, just a quick video about my thoughts about sales and how it should always be patient focused. Again, it'd be great to hear some comments and some feedback. Have a great day.